Friends, let's pour a cup of coffee, or something stronger, and talk about what's happening. For what feels like a decade, we've all been watching the same show. Donald Trump does something wild, the world gasps, his supporters double down, and nothing really changes. He's been called the Teflon Don for a reason. Nothing ever seems to stick. But according to late-night host Seth Meyers, the Teflon might finally be wearing off. In a recent A Closer Look segment that was practically sizzling with "I told you so" energy, Meyers dove into the rising panic in MAGA world. And this time, the threat isn't coming from the usual suspects. It's coming from inside the House. Meyers dropped a bombshell of a quote, calling Trump, by all the accounts, the most unpopular president of all time. We've heard variations of that before, right? But here's why this is different. Meyers points out that Trump has only managed to hang on to power because he has a tight grip on the Republican Party no matter what he did or how bad things got. Well, that grip is apparently getting a little clammy. The numbers don't lie, and they are bad. Meyers wasn't just riffing, he brought receipts. He highlighted a devastating new poll showing that only 33% of American adults approve of how the president is managing the government. Now, you might be thinking, okay, 33% is bad, but his base loves him. Plot twist, that 33% figure is down from March, and the dive isn't being led by Democrats who already disapproved. The fall is being driven by Republicans and independents. This isn't just a data point, it's a tremor in the force. Meyers called it a meaningful and real development, and he's right. This isn't just media noise, this is the core audience starting to change the channel. And according to Meyers, this isn't coming out of thin air. Trump, in his classic style, is pissing off MAGA in ways we haven't seen before. You can't make America again with only Americans. First up on the How to Alienate Your Base tour, Trump's bizarre comments on H-1B visas. In a recent, and frankly stunning, interview with Fox News host Laura Ingraham, the president went off script to defend the importance of H-1B visas. He argued that workers need to come from outside the U.S. because there just aren't enough people here with certain talents. Let that sink in for a second. The America First, build the wall, they took our jobs guy. Meyers had an absolute field day with this, joking that Trump is now basically saying, "You can't expect me to make America again with only Americans." The whiplash is incredible. As Meyers pointed out, this isn't just a policy discussion, it's a slap in the face to his own supporters. "You're the president, you're supposed to talk us up," Meyers said, exasperated. "You're the mascot for America." Instead, Trump seems to be the mascot for, well, whatever focus group told him to say that. This wasn't an isolated incident. Trump also took aim at people queuing for unemployment benefits. This led to one of Meyers' sharpest digs of the night. "Why are you shitting on people in the unemployment line? If you didn't have a rich dad, that's where you would be." Oof, but it's true. The disconnect is staggering. He's supposed to be a cheerleader for America. Meyers even rolled a montage of Trump claiming to be exactly that, but he's spending his time insulting the very workers he promised to protect. The Epstein scandal, the panic is real. But the visa comments and unemployment insults are just the appetizer. The main course for MAGA frustration, the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. This is where it gets really complicated for Trump. As Meyers explained, the Epstein case isn't just a news story for the MAGA base. It's a far-reaching conspiracy that MAGA spent years obsessing over. They built an entire mythology around it, and it was always supposed to be the other side that was implicated. Now that the scandal is swirling closer to home, it has caused a panic in Trump world. The mask is slipping. Meyers pointed to a press conference from yesterday where the president looked completely flustered. He refused to take questions from reporters, just robotically claiming the country was doing well and that it was a great day. Meyers, a master of reading the room, was having none of it. "I have never seen anyone so sad while saying the words, 'It's a great day,'" he quipped. The visual was undeniable. Trump looked, as Meyers put it, like a kid that asked for an Xbox for Christmas but got a jigsaw puzzle instead. That's the look of someone who has lost control of the narrative. When you're counting on Lauren Boebert, you're in trouble. The panic isn't just on Trump's face, it's behind closed doors. Meyers reported on emergency meetings over this Epstein bombshell that involved a laundry list of high-ranking names. But there was one name on the list that made Meyers, And the audience, howl, controversial Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert. Why is she there? Because she was one of the only Republicans to vote for the release of the Epstein files. The irony is almost too much to handle. The crazy person, as Meyers called her, is suddenly the one they need to count on. You know you're in the shit when you've got to count on Lauren Boebert to bail you out, Meyers joked. He's not wrong. When your political lifeboat is being captained by Lauren Boebert, you have hit a massive iceberg. It shows absolute desperation. The GOP, which has marched in lockstep for years, is suddenly in a circular firing squad over a scandal they used to love. Is the grip finally loosening? This is the question that hung in the air after Meyers' segment. It's taken 10 years, Meyers concluded, but we're finally seeing a sizable portion of the MAGA base grow frustrated with Trump. He was quick to add the crucial caveat, it's still not a majority. But it doesn't need to be a majority to matter. It just needs to be a crack. A growing number of Republicans are losing patience, and they're losing it on all fronts, on policy, like the H-1B visas, and on the scandals, like Epstein. The man who built his brand on being the ultimate outsider, the champion of the forgotten man, is now defending foreign visas, insulting the unemployed, and panicking over a conspiracy his own base lives and breathes. The grip that seemed unbreakable for so long is finally being tested. And as Seth Meyers showed us, when you take a closer look, you can see the knuckles turning white. What do you think? Is this just another temporary storm, or is the great MAGA ship finally, actually starting to take on water?